When you left the ice the other night, was it almost sad? Because it's possible that could be the last time you leave it as a Buffalo Sabre. We don't know, but it's possible. Were you thinking about that?
Yes, I was. You never know what's going to happen here, but yeah, it definitely went through my mind, and you know, took a little bit of extra time, but um, yeah, I mean, we'll see what Friday brings, and um, you know, it's if that was the last time, then it is what it is.
So you had that conversation with Kevin yet about this week?
Yeah, him and I have talked, and like I said last week, I think we're on the same page, and um, he knows where I stand, I know where he stands, and we'll keep the rest of those talks private, but we're on the same page.
Are you a little jumpy, would you say, if he checks in with you just for an update or whatever, and wondering if this is the call? I mean, what kind of mood are you in right now? It's gotta be weird.
Well, it's different. I mean, it's something that it's a position I've never been in my entire career, basically. But I've seen a lot of deadlines come and go, and you see guys get moved. You see that it's part of the business, and um, I'm going to go about my day and be professional and you know be who I am. I'm not going to change who I am just because of the situation that I'm in. So, um, I'm here today and just trying to do the best I can to lead the group.
Alex was just talking about how families can really impact decisions like this and how hard it is to move people. How has your family impacted your perspective on what could happen?
A lot. I mean, I don't make any decisions without thinking about my wife and my kids, and there's nothing that we don't talk about. And we've had a lot of conversations this year at home about the future and what's next, and so we're all on the same page, like Danielle and I are, and it's it's definitely something that is at the forefront of my mind when I'm trying to make a decision.
What is this week like in an NHL locker room? Is there a lot of anxiety?
Yeah, I mean, there's anxiety if you're in a position that you don't want to be in, which is, you're not in a playoff spot and you're not a contender. That's when you are, then it's like excitement. And when you're not, there's a little bit of anxiety. It's like, hey, anybody could get moved, and that's the nature of the beast. It's part of the business. That's part of being an NHL player is these decisions are going to get made, and guys are going to be moving on, and you have to just continue to do your job and play. But yeah, definitely a little bit of anxiety this week for sure.
Is there any kind of advice that you give to some of the younger guys that really haven't been through a trade deadline before, where there could be a lot of moves and just generally what happens?
I mean, you have to do your best to not think about the moment or what's coming, and you have to try to stay in the moment. There's going to be friends that you spent a lot of time with, that you spend every day with, that are going to be moved, and you have to just continue to go about your day and do your job. Like, the sun's going to come up tomorrow no matter what happens. People are going to move, things happen in your life, and you have to do the best that you can with the situation that you're presented in, and that's all you can do.
What's it been like trying to balance, the business part of all this, the conversations with Kevin, with being a captain and not wanting to necessarily have guys, stressed or distracted about what's going on with you?
I've never been one to want anybody to worry about me. I always wanted people in the locker room to feel like I had their best interest at hand and I had their back, and they didn't have to worry about anything because I was going to take care of it. And I don't think that's really ever going to change with who I am as a person. I don't want anybody to worry about me. I'm going to be fine. And as a captain of the team, I've just tried to do the best that I could to make sure that everybody felt their best every single day. And I hope that the guys have felt that, and I'm going to continue to do that. That's not something that's just going to stop because of the situation that I'm in. So it's definitely a bit of a balancing act, trying to do a lot of different things and wear a lot of different hats. But at the end of the day, like I said, I can only be in the moment, and that is to try to do the best that I can to lead the group.